you guys know what this is. Got myself a little birthday present. Spring sales going on over at KC Tools. They have like a buy one, get one free on Stahlwille. Select Stahlwille pliers. So I got a couple. Excellent. The seasonal KC Tools. KC Tool. Aha. They sent that. For spending X amount of money, you get a mystery sticker. Let's see what we got. Ah. A Stahlwille sticker. Sweet. Find somewhere to put that. It's not Stahlwille. This is pronounced with a V sound, and there are no silent letters in German. The E is pronounced E, and you say it, you pronounce it. Wille. I is pronounced E. Stahlwille. Anyway, pronounce it however the heck you want. I am a bit of a German nerd. Oh, look. A bit of thanks. That's little KC Tools. KC Tool bit. I don't know why I'm adding an S on the end of that. KC Tool bit. A bit of thanks. Cute. That's funny. All right, what else do we get? I've eyeballed this a few times, and I've always wanted to tack it onto an order, and I never have. Some of you have this, and you know what it is. It blends 3 of my hobbies, and so it's only right that I own it. Deutsche Werkzeug. Yes, German tools. Literally work thing. Werkzeug. Work thing. I work in coffee. I work in the coffee industry. And so, coffee mug. I have the hobby of tools, as you know, because you found my channel. You also probably have a tool hobby. Also, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. I have a hobby of, learning German and fiddling with the German language. So this is perfect for me. Also, I have an inclination, an affinity for German tools. And look, Deutsche Werkzeug sticker. I needed to interject here for the attentive viewer. You may have just noticed that though I all too recently lectured on the fact that the E must be pronounced in German, that I was here missing the E on the word Werkzeuge. Werkzeug means tool, work thing. This is the singular of the noun. Werkzeuge is plural. This means tools. Deutsche Werkzeuge means German tools. Just needed to clear that up. I'm a clown. They're loading me down with little things, little bits and bobs. That's nice. I like it. It's the type of little thing you like to get when you spend a C note just at random on an impulse one day. Okay, now for the stars of the show. The spring sale, spring seasonal offerings. I would call it a sale. I don't know what they call it. They have had a couple weeks ago, I ordered these, a whole selection of It's kind of Stahlwille pliers. I've wanted a set of forward-looking wire strippers like this, because sometimes the ones that you use from the side are difficult to maneuver. If you're in a tight spot, you can get these in things. And so if you've never used these, you can just adjust them to whatever size you want them to be. There, like that. And then you can lock it down with that little lock nut. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I guess that, well, nope, yeah, you lock it down. Yeah, I figured it out. So, yeah, you set it where you want it and you lock it down, and then you're set for some stripping. And I got the 1000-volt rated. I've just kind of made the decision recently to any electrical tools I get just to go ahead and get in the 1000-volt rated, especially if the price is similar, because why the heck not? Why wouldn't you? I don't ever plan on working on anything live, but just in case, you never know. Somebody might have labeled something wrong. I work in old houses, so sometimes there might have been some weird thing that had happened along the way, and I think I'm working on something that's not live and it is live. Or if you're working on a job site, and you never know what other guys are doing, So let's see. I've got some cable here. Let's give these a test. Okay, we're gonna wire, I guess this is. I called it cable. Never used a pair like this before. Okay, so I've got it. As you can see, I've got it a little bit too closed off. Oops, I went the wrong direction. Let me get on the screen here so you guys can see me fumbling. Oops. Chewed up that wire a little bit too much. And there we go. Not too shabby. It bit into it a little bit. I might back that off half a thread and just be just perfect on that one. Let's see. Let's do a stranded. Just go with the same. Focus, please. Excellent. Yeah, that was perfect. And very easy. I find I actually kind of like that more than the side ones, because it's like sometimes I feel like you kind of get a pressure built up, but with this it's a little bit more, this pulling motion seems almost more controlled. So yeah, if you're doing a lot of the same size, I kind of like that. It's obviously when you have the type that does all the different sizes, that's obviously more convenient. You don't have to fiddle, but yeah, like that. The handle is okay. It's a decent grip. You're not going to be bearing down on these. I like that spring action. These are obviously a German-made tool. They're here we go, made in Germany, right there. We've got right and left. I'm trying to think of what else there is to say. Just a normal dipped handle, nothing to, it's not like a soft handle or anything like that. Overall, a nice quality tool. These are I believe that's I thought they were 6 inches, but that looks maybe more like it's a 7-inch. Look at me talking in inches. This is a European tool. Nothing is in inches, but you get the point. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if that 761, I don't know if that's a part number for you, or if that IEC 6900. I should probably look this up. That might just be some kind of a code. I should look those up and put them on the screen somewhere when I'm editing this video. I'll do that for you. There you have it. There's the wire strippers that I got. And the last piece, this isn't too exciting, make it quick, is just a pair of bent long nose pliers. Same line, appears to be the same line. Actually, these are a little bit shorter. Maybe these are the 6-inch. Thought I remembered reading 6-inch somewhere. No, they're not shorter, but the handles are stubbier. You know, when I hold that, I'm hitting the hilt there, but they actually don't even fall off the back of my hand. So that's kind of interesting. These do not have a spring, which is obviously that's fine. They drop right open, so they pass that little drop test that, you know, we all kind of like our pliers to be loose and usable right away. But also, this handle for me, that's a really workable handle. I can just put my pinky there and open and close that. That gives me great control. If I feel like I'm reaching into something, I really like that more than a lot of needle nose that I've used. Just a little bit of maneuvering back here, something about the way, the angle of this, a little bit of maneuvering on that, I feel like opens that quite a lot, and it gives me a good little amount of leverage. So this is a little bit of a combination plier thing. So there you have your bolt grabbing, and we got maybe a little corrosion in there or something. Maybe just a little, maybe it's grease, I don't know. Then we've got some grip in the tip of the needle on that angle, and then we also have a flat spot here. So there's a little bit of everything. So on the right on the curve, so you could, you know, you wouldn't grab a screw with it, but if you needed to grab something with the flat, it's kind of convenient that it's right on that curve because you could actually get to it with the flat. If you wanted to, you know, that's actually a pretty smart place to put that. I like that. Instead of being like back here or something, like you had a little bit of grip and then it's back here, right on that curve makes it and puts it in a really convenient spot. So you could use that for probably crimping. If you wanted it, you notice that it doesn't go all the way together. And then it has your cutters. So just a general combination plier. Nothing too unique or special. I got it because I don't have any needle nose that are in the 1000-volt rated. And I like the bend. I have a pair of bent needle nose pliers, but they're, I'm saying needle nose. I don't think these technically qualify as needle nose or more of a long nose. But I like that, the ones that I have are just like the Lowe's brand. What is it? The blue cobalt, and they're all rusty. I haven't taken very good care of them, and they're not very fancy anyway. But yeah, so I like these. I'm happy to have them. And let's see. Let's look. See if I can move this box and get some focus going. Just to give you a sense of the quality of kind of what we're looking at here on the end. It's good quality in terms of the forging. Everything is pretty even. So I'm happy. I expect nothing less out of out of a German-made tool like Stahlwille. The brand has, they have a good reputation, and I am very pleased to add these two little guys to my tool collection. And as always, grace and peace to you all.